guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. We are looking at your general life during the week, your love life and also your career. Sit back, relax and enjoy your reading. Hi guys, just want to show you the cards that are being used firstly before we crack on. For your general message for the week, we're using the beautiful Tarot of Mystical Moments by Catherine Welch Stein. I actually got this deck from America. It's coming, if you live in the UK, guys, it's coming to the UK around, I think, probably around April time. I couldn't wait any longer for this for this deck. I really had to have it, so I had to order it. And kind of paid double the price of what I've paid for it here, but it's a mass market deck. And when I say it's not like a mass market deck, I mean it's not like a mass market deck. It's really, really high quality, and it's beautiful. You see what I mean once we start using it for the reading. So that's for your general message. For your career message, we're using the Radiant Weight Tarot, Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot in a tin. Well, we all know what the Rider-Waite is, don't we? For the love reading, we're using the Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. She's a YouTuber and she's incredible. She creates some of the most fantastic tarot and oracle decks. Really love her work. And finally, for your spiritual advice this week, we are using another Catherine Welch Stein deck, and it's the Oracle of Mystical Moments. So she created actually the Oracle of Mystical Moments first, and then she followed it up with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Both decks are beautiful, especially this one. So yeah, that's what we're using this week, guys. Okay, hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. As mentioned, looking at your general, your career and your love for the week. So let's have a look at what the general message is for the week for Sagittarius. The Ten of Swords. So, I mean, tens are ending of cycles, should I say. But also, you know, this particular version of the Ten of Swords, in which, as you know, because you'll have looked at what decks are being used this week, I'm assuming, the Tarot of the Mystical Moments, which is a deck that I bought from America. It's coming to the UK in April, but I didn't want to wait that long because I just knew it would be really good and I wasn't disappointed. What's striking me on this particular card is that there is a sun just coming up over the mountain here in the back. So there is respite from this. But the Ten of Swords on this deck, you can read the book if you want with this deck, if you happen to get the deck. But for me, this person feels like, it looks like this person's being tortured. Too many, and they're not swords, they're like needles in the head, which is interesting. The swords can be torture. Ten of Swords can be mental torture. Ten of Swords can be interference. Ten of Swords can be people jabbing away at you with their own ideas with the Ten of Swords energy. People asking you lots of questions can be the Ten of Swords. Let's look at the next one. You know, I'll be honest with you, Saggies. I just feel that here, I mean, what is the general message this week? Well, some of you guys have been feeling really quite, I would say probably even going to the place of depression, if I'm being honest with you. Because that's the Ten of Swords for you. There's a lot of thinking as well that you've been doing. Some of you guys have been overthinking or doing a lot of thinking here with the Ten of Swords energy. Concerning it possibly with the Five of Coins energy, your finances. Five of Coins is often the financial hardship card. But also Five of Coins can be illness, and it can also be being distant from others, or it could be somebody who's a bit of an alien. This is the card of not fitting in with others as well. It's a really interesting depiction of the Five of Coins, which I really appreciate, with the lights on in the background and this girl kind of standing outside of this building here, and she looks absolutely freezing, but she doesn't really have a body, does she? She's just kind of like a cage for a body here. It's almost like something has been hollowed out here, and her hair represent branches. You know, if you want to get the definitive meaning for this card, the way that she's depicted it, Catherine, you can look on her in her book. But I don't really look at books when I'm doing tarot. I've got so many, I think over 280 decks, so I don't really look at the books anymore. I just go with what I feel on the card. And I do feel that some of you guys are being mentally tortured. And I think there's a great deal of... The Ten of Swords goes beyond worry. The Ten of Swords is about grief and complete despair. So I just get the impression some of you guys, Sagittarius, might be despairing over something financial. If it's the Five of Coins, it's financial hardship, or maybe there's been a loss concerning some finances. Five of Coins can also be making a bad investment and losing your cash. But I think that in a way, with the Two of Swords energy, there's a refusal to see something here with the Two of Swords. It's interesting the way that she's depicted this Two of Swords as well. There are two birds. Birds in tarot cards are communication, but there's no communication with these. There's no... usually birds in flight indicate communication. For me, a bird that's just sat there indicates no communication. So some of you guys may not even be communicating this, because the Two of Swords actually as a card represents somebody who holds a lot of stuff in. They're not expressing how they feel. They seem to be blocking out their emotions, or they're blocking out others. This is, for me, a card about secrecy too. So I do feel that some of you guys with this Ten of Swords and the Five of Coins have been feeling in despair, possibly about a financial situation, or it could be illness for some of you guys, maybe with the Five of Coins energy, being that this can be an illness card. Or it could be maybe one of you's made a loss on something here financially with the Five of Coins. But I do feel with the Two of Swords, some of you guys are not opening up. You're refusing to look at it, really, in a way. For me, with these three cards here, Saggies, it looks... the whole thing looks very internal. The whole thing looks like you've internalized a lot of stuff here with these cards. Yeah, and I'm just getting Five of Wands now. There's a lot of worries here with the Five of Wands energy showing here. Now, the Five of Wands on this particular deck, the way that she's drawn it, looks like somebody is playing a game with others. But the Five of Wands can also be a card of worry and anxiety. Some of you guys may be worried about your home, I think, here with these. And it's not really... I think the message is that some of you guys are feeling in despair. I think it may be financial problems, perhaps, with this Five of Coins energy. I do get some of you guys blocking this out with the Two of Swords energy. There's a great deal of kind of stress, which is the Five of Wands energy, and worry about possibly the home. So I'm going to get out another deck, and I'm going to ask what you need to do about it. What is the message? What is the advice? Usually when I get a spread like this and it feels like the tarot is more giving a situation that might be involved, I feel that we need to draw from another deck and just get the advice on what you need to do, just to wrap this bit up. So what is it that, for any Sagittarians that this resonates with, what do they need to do? What is it that they need to do in two cards? Okay. So, Three of Swords is reversed. Three of Swords in the reverse is all about healing the pain. And how we heal the pain often is by talking and opening up. Especially with the Two of Swords, I think, Sagittarius, if you're not opening up, I think with the Three of Swords in the reverse, there is a need for you to open up. What's the next card showing up here? The Seven... Oopsie daisy. Cards going everywhere. Right, so the Seven of Coins is reversed as well. Two reversals. I think there's a need to talk to someone, perhaps, with this Three of Swords in the reverse. Because Three of Swords, as I've said, reverse is all about healing the pain. The Seven of Coins in the reverse is about putting money into a project and not receiving rewards. So perhaps you need to tell someone that you haven't... Perhaps this despair is over losing money with the Five of Coins. Some of you guys may have made an erroneous investment in something, and it may be that you were left... and I just feel that maybe this is something... For some of you guys, it might even be that you've spent money on something here and you've lost it, and there may be a great deal of despair over that. And you may be hiding this. Perhaps this is trying to avoid something of an argument, perhaps, within the home. But I think if that resonates with you at all, this won't resonate with everyone. It's probably going to be a very small amount. But I think that if there's something that you've done, it just feels that it's... it just feels like just looking at what you should do. The Three of Swords reversed, the Seven of Coins reversed. Seven of Coins in the reverse is actually not reaping rewards or reaping the benefits. You might have put some money into something here and you didn't get back as much as you wanted, or you didn't get back anything at all, financially wise. And the Three of Swords in the reverse really is to heal the situation. So I feel that you need to heal the situation by just opening up. Three of Swords, whether it's reversed or in the upright in a way, is about opening up of the heart. I think that you need to open up your heart on this. In order to heal it, you need to open up about it. You need to open up about something that you're not receiving, or something that you just haven't received with the Seven of Coins energy. So that's what I think the universe is telling you that you need to do. Yeah, let's go through this again. I see a great deal of despair with that Ten of Swords over losing money, or over some form of financial problem, perhaps with the Five of Coins energy. I just feel with the Two of Swords energy, some of you guys are refusing to open up about it or talk about it. Perhaps there are worries about arguments or stress or problems happening within the family if you do that. But I think that rather than internalizing it all, which is what you're actually doing with the Two of Swords, you're just internalizing a lot of stuff and you're not speaking about it. I think it's best to kind of open up the heart with the Three of Swords in the reverse in order to heal the situation and really just talk about whatever this is. Seven of Coins, it might be that you didn't receive some money, or you didn't get back something on something in which you thought you'd be getting some big reward, you know. So I just feel that honestly, perhaps to avoid any type of stress or building any more stress for yourself, Sagittarius, I really just get the impression that the message this week is honesty is the best policy, and you really need to open up. If there's something that's really kind of making you ill, making you feel sick, making you depressed, and I also get the impression when I look at this spread here as well, Sagittarius, that there's a lot of blame that you've alluded to yourself in a situation here. I think that some of you guys, if it resonates with you, you've just taken on a hell of a lot of blame here for a situation. It's almost like I'm getting the words, it's all my fault. But I feel that the universe is saying, look, a problem shared is a problem halved. Hence the Three of Swords reversed and the Seven of Coins in the reverse. A problem shared is a problem halved. You're just taking a lot of this stuff on your own shoulders. I know that, if this resonates with you, I know that this is probably something that you made a sole decision to do. And now there's a lot of regret with this because it's not worked out. It's gone wrong. But for me, the message is there's no point in hiding this, because it's only going to stress you out. It's going to cause more stress within your relationship, within your home life, your family life. The best thing is to be open and honest and just speak from the heart and speak truth and say exactly what's happened. Because I think that if you do that, you'd be surprised at how supportive people can be and how much it's going to lessen that problem that you're feeling is going to occur if you do say something. Let's have a look at career. So we are seeing a change, an ending, because death often indicates an ending coming in terms of career, and it is final because it's a major arcana. What's the next one? Yeah, I'm definitely getting an ending. There's an exit here with the Eight of Cups energy showing up here. This is definite, these two cards together in terms of work for some of you Sagittarians. Wow. Then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. You've got all of these cards, and actually, as well, when I look at the Eight of Cups and the Wheel, it reminds me of somebody who is pursuing their life purpose, with the Wheel of Fortune being the card of fate and destiny. Something, if you think about fate and destiny in terms of work, it's your fate. It's it's like a vocation. It's like something that you're destined to do. So some of you guys, if you're not actually ending the job, some of you guys may actually be thinking about ending your job, leaving your job to pursue your life purpose, perhaps with this Wheel of Fortune. And I think the message is in this. In these cards so far is that it is time now for a change. I think that is the definitive message here, and it is time now, Sagittarius, to pursue with this Eight of Cups your life purpose with that Wheel of Fortune, to truly do what you have been put on the earth to do. What is the next one? Because I think that with the Three of Cups it's going to bring a great deal of joy and happiness and fulfillment with the Three of Cups energy showing here. Okay, I also feel that the message with the Three of Cups is to work alongside like-minded people. Okay, people who think the way that you do, people who want the same thing that you want, with this Three of Cups energy showing here. The Three of Cups is ruled by Mercury actually as well. It's a card of trade and commerce. So it's really good. I think that a good idea, especially with the Wheel of Fortune also being a map of the world as well. It's a good idea really to pursue, other territories, really to connect in with groups who perhaps aren't within your vicinity, but who can perhaps bring a great deal of knowledge and a great deal of value to any up and coming projects. Yeah, look at that. I just see a great deal of joy. I think the message this week, Sagittarius, if you've been thinking about it quite a bit, I think the message for you is it's time. It's time now to pursue, because the Death card is like, right, it's time to go. So I just feel the message this week for your career, Sagittarius, is that it is time. I think, is the Wheel of Fortune ruled by Sagittarius? I think it is. I think this is your card. And I think it's a Jupiter card, isn't it, as well? Luck and fortune. And I think that there is now time for a change here. I think there's time for you. I think it is now time for you to pursue your destiny, your life purpose with these cards, because I think it's going to bring, number one, with the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups, I think it's going to bring a great deal of joy and happiness to you. But also I feel that it is time not only to pursue your destiny, but also to pursue the world, to go out into the world and to connect in with other people in a very much a trade and commerce way, people that you can do business with, people who can enhance your chances of perhaps making more money, being more successful, that type of thing. People who are going to help earn you all of these rewards, So I just feel that this is the time really to kind of get yourself out there and really to, enhance, to explore and to, to explore and to kind of stretch yourself a little bit here. It's time to move out of what you're doing, because this is not your purpose in life. Whatever you're doing now, for some of you Saggies, is not where you should be. It's not where you're meant to be. You're meant to be doing something else, and the universe wants you to start the process of making that happen. Finally, let's have a look at the love reading. So the message this week is about the Ten of Swords. You got another Ten of Swords. It's funny, isn't it? Ten of Swords here, Ten of Swords here. I love with the tarot how you get different decks and they all depict the cards in different ways. On this card, this guy has thrown 10 swords at the dartboard, and you've got on the card written, I don't know whether you can see it, on the bottom, divorce certificate. So this is an ending. This is the painful ending to a situation here. Let's have a look at the next one. The Three of Coins. So, it's an interesting one with the Three of Pentacles, because the Three of Pentacles is all about, usually when you get this in a love reading, it's about building and building a relationship together. So if you get it, like, for example, the Three of Pentacles, and I think that these are two people. There's a blonde person here and there's a dark-haired person here, and there's a man showing his workmanship there. And it may be that there is, there's a painful ending here. The message is the Ten of Swords, the end. But then this could be the ending to a painful situation here. Three of Coins usually is about developing a relationship, showing here. Let's have a look at the next one. So you've got 2 threes here. Multiple threes are often about creation and, development and enhancement and abundance and prosperity. For me, with the Three of Coins and the Empress energy, both being cards about development and nurturing, especially this is the nurturing card and this is the development card, I just feel that the message for this week in terms of love is that some of you guys are now at the end of a very painful cycle with this Ten of Swords, in which I think going forward, it is now time to start developing and nurturing. It could be starting to develop and nurture yourself, perhaps, with the Empress energy showing here. Because I think that if a painful situation has come to the end of its cycle with the Ten of Swords, you may have been in a lot of pain over someone for a long time, Sagittarius. And I just feel that now is the time to start working towards, not necessarily with anybody else, because I think that this is kind of like the idea with the Three of Coins, being that you develop a relationship with another. I don't think it refers to this reading, because I think that you already did that with that Ten of Swords, and I think it didn't work out. And I think that you went through a lot of pain and a lot of kind of heartache whenever that relationship ended. So now, you know, the divorce certificate, so the divorce is final, you know, and you're at the end of this very painful stage. And now is the time to start developing and nurturing yourself, Sagittarius, I believe, with the Three of Coins and the Empress energy showing here. Yeah, I mean, the Eight of Coins is working. I don't believe that this is work. I mean, it could be working with a partner, but the Eight of, because we've got two people here. But I think there's a sense of putting hard work into the what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word with the Empress? What has she got? She's got all of these. She's got all the wheat, hasn't she? So usually when I think about the Eight of Coins and the Empress together, this is working towards, no, you know, this is toiling the land. This is planting the seeds. And this is seeing things. So hard work brings rewards with the Empress, because you see things flourishing through the hard work of the Eight of Coins. But I do think that this is now time to start developing with the Three of Coins and working hard on the self, on nurturing yourself with this Empress energy showing here. See, this is the Eight of Coins and the Four of Wands. It's interesting because the Four of Wands doesn't always represent a relationship. The Four of Wands can be a marriage card. We do get a couple of people on either card, which is kind of throwing me a little bit, but I just feel that it's not, I mean, this could be working towards developing, you may be developing a relationship. I mean, it could be the case, thinking about it, that some of you guys, you may have a divorce that's come through. And it may be that you've already got somebody new there, or another partner, and a divorce has come through. But you know what I think it's actually saying? Just looking at the Eight of Coins and the Four of Wands here, I could have said it was about but I think this is nurturing and working hard on a relationship with another. I think that now is the time that you can do this. So I think the message for you, actually, Sagittarius, is if you've been experiencing, because I get the impression some of you guys, you may have had two people. One person who you're going through some form of legalities with, perhaps, or some form of difficulties with, and the other one who you're starting to share a life with or develop a relationship with. Well, I think, Sagittarius, if you've been going through a read, I'm going to read it two ways. I certainly feel if you've got two people there, one person who you've had some issues with, the other person who you're starting to develop a relationship with, I certainly feel that the message is that the painful situation you've been through with one lover or an ex-lover is now at an end. And this leaves now room for you to start developing and working towards nurturing, Empress, a relationship with this individual with the Four of Wands energy. So if you have another lover, if you've got an ex you don't get on with, but you've got another lover, I believe that if you've been having problems with the ex-lover, it's going to end. I don't believe that it will last. And this now leaves room for you to start developing and nurturing and working hard on stabilizing and securing the relationship with the other. Some of you guys, it may be that finally it leaves room for you to start developing and working on wedding plans with another lover as well, especially if you've finally got the divorce out of the way with a lover. It may be something, I mean, there's all sorts of things with this reading that I'm seeing. Some of you guys, it may be that you have an ex that you've been going through, you know, divorce stuff with, and you've got another partner there that you really love and you want to marry. Well, I think the message is that finally the divorce will come through. Finally, the situation, the painful situation with the ex will end, and you can start developing with the Three of Coins. And actually as well, the Three of Coins, if you look at these two people here, they could be making preparations with, you know, this could be a vicar or, you know, somebody who's going to be looking after your wedding or something. But I certainly feel that a painful situation is at an end, and now you have the room to start developing and nurturing a relationship with another, but also you have the chance now to start developing and putting the work into, perhaps for some of you guys it's wedding plans. Empress and the Four of Wands can often be a wedding situation happening here. The other way to read that, I think, is for some of you Saggies, you're coming to the end of a painful situation, and now this is going to give you the chance to work on developing, to work hard with the Three of Coins, towards developing and nurturing yourself, and to work on your own happiness, on developing your own happiness, or working towards feeling happy again as well, which is really interesting. So yeah, really, really good reading for Sagittarius. Let's do a quick recap before we do the spiritual advice card. For your general reading for the week message, some of you guys have been feeling in despair, either at illness or money issues going on here. And I think that you haven't been opening up about it with the Two of Swords energy. I think some of you guys have really been hiding stuff. You've not been opening up. You're not being honest with others, possibly because you're wanting to avoid any kind of, you know, stress within the family or the home, whatever the case may be. I think the advice is to open up the wounds. Three of Swords in the reverse. You're only going to heal the situation if you open up about it, okay? If with the Seven of Coins energy, it's a case of, you know, and also the Seven of Coins in the reverse can be that you're putting the work into a relationship and not getting anything out of it with the Seven of Coins in the reverse. So certainly if you've been feeling really stressed out, perhaps some of you guys are feeling in despair, perhaps you're feeling left out in the cold, perhaps this is love or something like that, but you're not opening up about it for fear of perhaps with the Five of Wands energy, arguments or problems or something like that within the home, within the relationship. Either way, whether it's money or anything else, honesty is the best policy. It's time to be honest and open up about how you truly feel. For your career, I do see the ending. The message is that it is now time to leave what you are doing and to focus on pursuing your life purpose here, because I think it's going to be bring a lot of happiness and joy if you do that. Okay, time to stop procrastinating. It's time to start moving. The other way I think I'm going to look at this career reading is to say that, you know, it is time now to pursue with this Age of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune your life purpose. I do feel you need to be pursuing people who are not necessarily within your vicinity with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups. Wheel of Fortune can be a card about a map. It can be about the world. So it almost feels like you need to kind of like expand your horizons with this Wheel of Fortune energy. And I just feel with the Three of Cups energy, it's about joining forces with like-minded people, people who can help you to achieve your dreams as well with the Nine of Cups. Finally, with the Ten of Swords in your love reading, I just see the ending of a painful situation, which is now going to open the door for you to develop, nurture, and work towards, work on a relationship with another, or ending of a painful situation, Three of Coins, in which you're going to this is going to leave you open now to developing and working towards, you know, perhaps this is something like a marriage. So if you've got, you know, new partner, old partner, I see problems phasing out, and finally it's going to leave the way clean for you to start kind of making marriage arrangements possibly. The other thing that I would say with this spread is that if you've been going through a really painful situation concerning an ex, I do feel that that is now coming to an end, and it's going to leave you free, Sagittarius, to start developing, working hard on yourself here, nurturing yourself. So what you're doing is this is all about self-development, I think, really, when I look at these two cards, Three of Coins in the Empress energy, and it's going to help you to work towards your own happiness again. So fantastic reading. Let's have a quick look at what the spiritual advice is. Kali, Shadow is the spiritual advice this week. And we're using, I forgot to mention, the Legendary Ladies deck. I was going to use the, it's advertised on the decks that I'm using for the week. I was going to use the Oracle of Mystical Moments, but I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not really that keen on that deck, unfortunately. So I'm going to use the Legendary Ladies Goddess deck, and we're going to have a look at what this advice is for Kali, for you. Let's get to Kay. So, Goddess of Destruction, Kali calls for you to face your shadow self. And I certainly feel in this area here, in the general reading, it is time to face your shadow self. Because for me, the Two of Swords often isn't about facing the shadow self. It's about trying to ignore it more than anything else. Things lurking underneath may be disrupting what you're trying to achieve on the surface. Exactly what I was saying here. Facing those aspects of yourself is the only way forward. Kali helps you embrace them so you can truly be free from fear. Fantastic. All right, that is your reading, guys, for the week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you'd like your own private reading, click on the link in the comment section below. Also, if you want to see a walkthrough of this particular deck, the Tarot of Mystical Moments, which is an absolutely phenomenal mass market deck, there is a link in the comment section below for that too. All right, have a great week, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.